wada da denyo, wada dine, and go denyo, oh, wada dine. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushunum, where we speak truth to power. Now here we don't criticize, and if we must criticize, we'll do it on one condition: to build and not to destroy. That is why we keep saying we are in the service of God and country. And the very first story I am taking today is coming from my own 3news.com, your most authentic source of news online. And it says, Ghana remembers Wayome owes Ghana 32.7 million Ghana cedis 9 years on. And I read, now the name Alfred Agbesi Wayome virtually popularized the concept judgment debts in Ghana represent. Yes. Songs were composed by entertainers in an attempt to keep the conversation in the news, demand an end to the trend, and make light of the situation. Now, one such popular song had the chorus, Wayome, 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 O Gagantuano, Munchendi. Politicians had a go at each other on who was to bear the utmost responsibility for causing various losses to the state through breach of contracts. Legal analysts spent many months assessing the facts available while journalists fished for more. It came as no surprise that the NPP's 2016 manifesto pledged to halt the payment of what is termed dubious judgment debts. Wayome is a thief, and this dirty thief, my brother, my sister, was the one who stole from Ghana in the days of the NDC, in the days of President Mahama. My brother, my sister, the bald-headed thief was pronounced a thief in court, and we Ghanaians today can stand on our 2 feet and call him a thief. Now, when you go to his hometown, they hail him like the king that he is not. When you go to his hometown in the Volta region, you dare never ever call Agbesi Wayome a thief. I remember the first time I called him a thief. Before the courts pronounced him a thief, he sent his lawyers after me. They brought suit upon suit. My brother, my sister, everything fell flat. At the end of the day, my brother, my sister, these are the people who continue to steal from the nation with no mercy. I remember Alfred Wayome 9 years ago telling everybody in Ghana that he was even compassionate on Ghana. He would have taken more money. The Mahama government decided to help him to steal from us. And we remember that clearly. Nobody is bigger than Ghana, and nobody is bigger than the truth. Today we remember Alfred Wayome, one of the biggest thieves, worse than Atayi, worse than Anini of Nigeria, my brother, my sister, who stole from the common people of this nation. When you see him, you will think that he's an angel who just dropped from heaven, as you see in this photograph. In fact, if you wake up late in the night, around 12 midnight, and see this man in front of your house, you will bow down before him and say, Osrabo Faba. My brother, my sister, but these are the people who are thieves in suit. My brother, my sister, these are the people who have no respect for the common people of this nation. The other day, I was in his hometown, and I dared call him a thief. In fact, the macho men who approached me, I told them, if you love Ghana, don't touch me. If you hate Ghana and love a thief, my brother, come and touch me. They lost guard and walked away, my brother, my sister. Agbesi Wayome will remain that dirty thief that Ghana recorded in the days of Mahama. Let me turn the page now. Having put in their manifesto that they were going to stop all these dubious judgment debts, what has the NPP done? Is the mother of all judgment debts. In fact, when we voted Nana Akufo-Addo and his appointees into power, little did we know that we had voted Ali Baba and the 40 thieves into power. Today we know the real story of Ali Baba and the 40 thieves. We all thought it was just a fairy tale when we were in school. Today it has become reality. We all are seeing the realism, my brother, my sister, spread in front of our very eyes like a mat in front of Mount Zion. My brother, my sister, now they are saying that Ghana property right there inside the UK would have to be sold so that they pay off a certain judgment debt. My brother, my sister, every now and then, it looks like the best way to pay those people who supported them to come into power is to give them the dubious judgment debt. May the fire of the Almighty come upon their bald heads. May these bald heads continue to burn with sulfur, lightning, and fire. May they continue to go down, my brother, my sister, in history as the villains that we would ever know them for. And to Alfred Agbesi Weyome, you are not dead, but we remember every year that you are nothing but a common thief. Imagine you are dead now. Your children will bear the brunt of your thievery. You are still alive. We are remembering how you stole from the nation, a common thief like you. Yet these are the people who will say, oh, Atai is a thief. Oh, lock him up. Yet they are the worst thieves. My brother, my sister, he still owes the country so much money. May such thieves roast in the hottest part of hell. His children would grow up one day and call my children lazy children whose lazy father could not do anything for them. They would say that Blakk Rasta never built a house and that Blakk Rasta never even drove any better car. Blakk Rasta's fuel was always short in town and little children were pushing his car. I thank God that, yes, I lived a very humble life, devoid of all thievery, like Agbose Weyome, unlike him who stole from the nation, and all these dirty people in power whose only legacy is a legacy of toggery and thievery. To God be the glory. I leave it here. My brother, my sister, things are happening. And I am interestingly trying to bring something here to you. And I dare tell you that things are really happening in this nation. I need you to open your ears and listen with rapt attention. Oh my God, have mercy. Now I'm reading something here that is most interesting. And it says, you have turned Christianity into foolishness. And this is Efia Schwarzenegger speaking to a woman of God that we all know. My brother, my sister. What is the story talking about? And I'm reading this, my brother, my sister, from Ghana Word. You have turned Christianity into foolishness. Efia Schwarzenegger descends on Cecilia Mahfoud. Controversial media personality and socialite Efia Schwarzenegger has lambasted gospel musician Cecilia Mahfoud for grieving over the predicament of a church. According to her, Cecilia Mahfoud should blame herself for the struggles her church is battling with because of some weird practices she was engaging in at that time. Now, the controversial socialite explained that Cecilia Mahfoud was directing some of her ill congregants to take bread as a painkiller and other practices that were not worth the Christian religion. My brother, my sister. Hear me now. Hear me now. Listen. I told myself that if I ever became a Christian, I would be a Jehovah's Witness. You know why? Because a lot of people in these days turn Christianity into nothing but foolishness and tomfoolery. Look who is speaking. On the day of judgment, you'll be shocked to see people like Efia Schwarzenegger walking gallantly into heaven and people like Cecilia Mahfoud going to hell. On the day of judgment, you'll be shocked that people like Atai will be going into heaven and people like Nana Addo are languishing in hell. Those that you never expected will go to heaven. My brother, my sister, you never know what they do in their bedrooms. You don't know how many hours they go on their knees praying and asking for forgiveness. And yet, those who appear before us as if they were angels, my brother, my sister, on that day, they shall be chained and thrown into the lake of fire, burning with rocks, brimstone, and fire. Cecilia Mahfoud, such a shameless woman. I love this woman, but I hate her attitude. Illiterate to the core. illiterate beyond illiteracy. This was the woman who was spitting dirty spit into people's mouths. This was the woman who was slapping people in church, all in the name of healing and prophecy. This was the woman, my brother, my sister, who asked congregants who came to the church and were terminally ill to go and eat bread, because it's the bread called manna coming from heaven, they shall be healed. I heard her complaining, my brother, my sister, that about 400 congregants have now depreciated into about 40. And she's crying. Why are you crying? Because your daily bread has gone down. No, go and eat bread. 1,000 more members will come. Go and eat bread. Can you believe this? Somebody who knows how to heal people with bread. Somebody who knows how to spit into people's mouths. Slap people in the church in all arrogance. My brother, my sister, she's today telling us that she's crying because her membership has depreciated all the way from 400 to 40. You are lucky. The 40 people who are there, you are not serious. My brother, my sister, Cecilia Mafu belonged to the Pentecost church, right? She was with the church. All of a sudden, she said she met Angel Gabriel. And Angel Gabriel spoke to her and said, hey, you go and open your own church, and I shall be with you. She started becoming arrogant. The church pleaded with her, if you have any spiritual gift, stay and help the church grow. But out of greed, she decided to move out and form her own church and started prophesying to the people. My brother, my sister, I have no problem with people who open up their churches. I have no problem with anybody who feels that he has heard the voice of God to go out there and open their own church. By their fruits, we shall know them. Somebody sells you a beifonku. Another person comes to sell you Yesu Moja. Yet they are driving in Lamborghinis and you are walking to church. Are you stupid? When he's driving to the church on Sunday and he meets you and your family walking, he says, hurry up and come to church. Sorry. He drives past you. Are you crazy? By their fruits they shall be known. When Jesus Christ was preaching to us, my brother, my sister, he went down on the valleys, yes, into the valleys and on top of the mountains and preached. He asked his followers to go out there and be humble. That is the word. Jesus Christ never drove a Lamborghini. You think if there were Lamborghinis in the days of Jesus, he would have driven that? He was humble to the core. Any man of God, my brother, my sister, who is not humble is a man of Satan. You must be humble. Humility is the key. Prosperity preachers are all over the place. My brother, my sister, all these people, my brother, my sister, are those who are sick every now and then. Are they truly called men of God, or they are God of men? They are certainly gods of men. They lord it over men. And when you check it out, it is sad. My brother, my sister, the present Christianity in Ghana is not worth following. I would prefer going to that church that does not celebrate Christmas. It doesn't celebrate birthdays. At the same time, that same church where they only sit down and talk about the Bible and they do not prophesy. Because what is happening in the spiritual churches today, my brother, my sister, is an eyesore. My brother, sometimes if you look too much at the messenger, you will lose the message. Ifya Schwarzenegger might not have a very good record, but the message he's giving is better than your so-called men of God. This message he has given is better than the message of men of God. To God be the glory. Well, my name is Blakk Rasta. Yabo! And this is the Galloping Horse edition of the Urban Blend.
This is 3FM.